What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, the coffee is percolating and the ideas are running rampant. Guys, we have a fantastic coffee time episode for you today. You know what time it is, guys. It's coffee time with M.I.B. And what better way to get it kicked off with one of the most exciting MEGO figures of all time. We know this because his name is Action Jackson. Action Jackson is one of the first MEGOs, if you will, produced by MEGO. He was one of the first, I should say, one of the first. And he came with all of these fantastic accessories. He could be anything. You know, the slogan was Action Jackson is my name and bold adventure is my game. And he was just that. He was all of that. He was MEGO's version to G.I. Joe. He was the MEGO version. He was MEGO. The MEGO G.I. Joe, if you will. He came with all of these awesome accessories. And I purchased, as you guys know from my earlier video, I purchased 2 Action Jacksons today. One had a damaged card, and I took him off the card, and I had a lot of fun with him. And I got to talking to a fellow MEGO ambassador by the name of William Finnegan. A really cool guy, MEGO ambassador. And guys, for those of you who have not joined the MEGO ambassadors, join the MEGO ambassadors. You meet so many really cool and fantastic collectors like William and so many others that share the same passion of collecting as I do. So it's really fun, and we had a lot of dialogue. William had, because I can't take much credit for this video. The idea was just simply planted in my head by William. And it got me to thinking. It really turned into a coffee time moment, guys. And that's how the coffee time moments work. That's how they work. I could be at the grocery store, at the toy store. I could be sitting down, drinking some coffee, and it just pops in my head. In this case, I was on MEGO Ambassadors, and I was talking to William, dialoguing with him. And he had some fantastic ideas of how to market Action Jackson. How to make this figure, who seems very unutilized. He hasn't been utilized a lot. Weapons, his pistol. And I think for all of the figures, the monster figures, and all of the figures, fantastic figures that MEGO has put out, I agree with William on this point. If Action Jackson were given more accessories, more equipment, more playsets, imagine how fantastic, because he's already fantastic. Imagine how fantastically awesome Action Jackson would be. William's terms were this figure would practically fly off the shelves. I have to agree with him. Being a G.I. Joe collector, a big fan of G.I. Joe, a big fan of MEGO, this figure always had a special place within my heart, really, because of the way he was marketed. He was marketed as a really action type toy, an action packed toy, a believable toy. Guys, we're sitting down here, we're drinking coffee, and I want to point that out because, yes, is there coffee in there? There's coffee in there, guys. I was drinking my coffee. I was called out earlier by one of my subscribers, had some fun with me. He said, hey, we never see the coffee. There's the coffee right down there, guys. So we need more action in Action Jackson. This is a plea to MEGO Corporation. We're pleading to Marty. We're pleading to Joel. We're pleading to Dr. MEGO. Anybody that can have some type of influence or has some type of influence on what figure gets what accessories, what figure gets marketed, how fast that process goes. I don't know. I'm a curator at a museum, but I took this figure off the card today, and this figure is fantastic. He's well made. He's rugged. Everything about this figure. And as you can see, I'm a huge fan. Here are some of our mint on card museum examples here. So if I'm buying these figures with very little accessories, imagine what I would buy. Imagine what collectors and MEGO collectors and toy enthusiasts would do if this figure came with scuba gear, if this figure came with firefighters gear, if this, and listen, because I pointed this out to William as well. We don't know what MEGO has in store for Action Jackson. Hopefully, they have a massive scale of everything planned for Action Jackson, from clothing to vehicles to weaponry. Hopefully that's the case, but we just don't know, or we haven't seen it yet. So I told my MEGO ambassador brother, William, that, whatever I could do to start the conversation, to get the ball rolling, whatever I could do, I wanted to do. I wanted to get in on this from the ground floor. I wanted to help. This is a iconic MEGO figure. And growing up in the 1970s, I couldn't afford G.I. Joe. Too big, too expensive. Parents couldn't afford them. MEGO was just right. Guys, what do you think? Can we make this happen? Do we need to go to MEGO Corporation and plead and beg for this to happen? I'm not alone in this thinking. I know that. But MEGO, we have MEGO fans, MEGO toy enthusiasts, MEGO ambassadors have a voice. We have a very unique situation, a unique relationship with MEGO now, because we are on the ground level with MEGO, rising with these guys. It's very rare that a company responds to its fan base as often as MEGO does. MEGO is fantastic with that. They listen, they respond, and they want to reach out and give MEGO collectors what they want. And so we get into the money aspect. You know, are play sets too expensive? Accessories too expensive? Okay. Hey, guys, fine. I'm not going to be greedy. Would I like play sets? Would I like more accessories? Sure. We can start off with a new Action Jackson figure and a different outfit with a few more weapons. Maybe a rifle. Maybe some binoculars. Hey, maybe the old dog tags. These are some of the things that William and I talked about earlier. I want to see how far we can push this, how far we can go with this. MEGO is sitting on a gold mine with Action Jackson. You can put him in any type of situation that you can. And believe me, guys, listen, I'm an M.I.B collector. You know, so I'm speaking for the masses here. But this is a true toy that would definitely relate to kids, to the younger demographic. If you gave him a raft, a water raft, paddles, you name it, anything that could put Action Jackson into action type situations. And yes, can the kids kind of create that? Sure, but we're talking about getting Action Jackson from the store to the child's home, where the parents are going to do the purchasing of these figures. So we're catering to the parents just as much as we're catering to the kids. If I'm a MEGO representative, I would love to see Action Jackson in a different outfit. Keep the logo and put him in a police officer's outfit, put him in a firefighter's outfit, put him in a military outfit, a jungle outfit. And with the fantastic talents of Rachel Baker creating the clothes, oh my goodness, that's a match. That is a match made in MEGO heaven. These guys would fly off the shelves. Just asking, guys, I'm just saying. Your thoughts, your opinion. Action Jackson, we need more action in Action Jackson, guys. I would like to see more action in Action Jackson. I'm going to keep buying these guys. But as fantastic and as awesome as MEGO is, Joel, Marty, Dr. MEGO, these guys are fantastic. One thing they are not mind readers. We have to open our mouth and dialogue with these guys. Let them know what we want, when we want it, how we want it. And if we have platforms like my YouTube channel and other people's YouTube channels and Instagram and all of these media outlets, that's another way we can really convey these ideas with Marty, Joel, and Dr. MEGO, because those guys are absolutely fantastic. And it's so cool being able to dialogue with a company that dialogues back with you. Action Jackson, guys. Overlooked? Maybe. But this fantastic, iconic figure could easily make a massive, massive, mega impact on everything. from sales to the collectors, you name it, on everything. The sky is literally the limit for Action Jackson. Guys, you know the routine. I want you to drink more coffee. It's on me. You know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.